YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video because I've been wanting to do these for the longest. They're really in big and style right now, so as you guys can tell by the title and the thumbnail, I am working on tape-ins today. So I'm just showing y'all my hair when it's blow dried. I'm looking all crazy, and yes, it's not giving what it's giving, okay? So I'm super excited. I got these tape-ins from AmazingBeautyHair. They sent me 3-pack of tape-ins, which is 150 grams, and it comes 20 in each pack, so I got 60 total. And they were kind enough to give me a clip, extra tape, and a comb in each box, so I have 3 total. Shout out to them for the extra tape because I'm going to use it, okay? It's going to come in handy when I'm ready to reinstall these. I did go on ahead and dye my hair jet black, and I also dyed the tape-ins jet black because I just wanted everything to blend. I was super nervous that I wasn't going to have enough hair. I don't know why I was nervous, child. My hair is super thin. Like, I have really thin hair. My mom has thin hair. My grandma, we can blame them, okay? I have super thin hair. So 3 packs did just enough. If you have thicker hair, you're gonna need more, okay? I would suggest 4 or 5 packs if you have like medium hair. If you have really super thick hair, get at least 7, okay? just to be sure. But yeah, I really wanted to try these so bad, and the color blends perfectly. So I went on ahead and straightened my hair off camera. It's just a super simple like straightening. I didn't really do anything OD. But this is just the length of my hair. Like I said, I have really thin hair. It does not matter what I do to my hair or how I cut it. It does not matter. It's going to always be thin, okay? So keep that in mind when you're doing your tape-ins, how thick and the density that you want your hair to be. So I believe these tape-ins are 18 inches. Here I'm just trying to basically see how it's going to blend with my hair. I didn't even like straighten the tape-ins just yet, but it's blending. So I was super excited. Now keep in mind, this is not an easy task to do on yourself. So have a lot of patience, okay? Because I did have to get my boyfriend to help me in certain clips. You guys will see. I needed the extra hand because I can't see the back of my head. So I feel like it definitely would be a lot easier if I'm doing this on someone else's head. I know a lot of you guys are going to have questions as far as like, how do they feel on my head? Do they rip out my hair, etc.? I'll answer those as we go along. But here, I'm just taking out like a U part section. This is what's going to be like our middle part. And yeah, I watched a ton of videos on tape-ins before I went on ahead and tried this on myself, and I was very skeptical. I watched a lot of videos on removal prior to me putting them in, just so I didn't fuck up my hair. Like I said, my hair is already thin, so if I'm ripping my hair out, you're gonna be able to tell, child. And I ain't want no bald spot. I just didn't want to play with it, okay? So yeah, I'm taking out this little like front section, or like a U section, which is gonna be like our middle part. No tape-ins are gonna go there. That's gonna be like our leave out blending hair, whatever you want to call it. And I'm twisting that away. Okay, so when it comes to our sides and our perimeter of our hair, what you're going to want to do is leave out enough hair that if you were to put your hair up in a ponytail or half up, half down, you can't see the tape-ins. So I'm sectioning hair out, and I'm putting the back of my rat tail, and if I can see the metal part of my comb, I know I need to take out or leave out more hair. Like I said, somebody who has thicker hair probably doesn't have to leave out as much, but I have really thin hair, so I definitely had to leave out a good amount that if I were to put it up, you can't see the tape-in. And keep that in mind, you're going to want to do that throughout the whole perimeter of your hair. So I had to do it on the left side, right side. Basically, the tape-ins go in the middle of our head, if that makes sense. So I did the same thing for, you know, our back corners and the back itself. If I were to put this all up in a ponytail, like a high ponytail, I don't want nothing to show. So I made sure that I left enough hair out. Keep in mind that yes, the tape-ins are a lot longer than my real hair, so I did go on ahead and give them a little bit trim to make everything like blend, because I didn't want my hair to like stick out in the perimeter and then it just be like two off lengths. But yeah, I'm sectioning out, keeping those in little like braids. Same thing I do to the right side, I do to the left, and I also did to the back of our head. It's just to ensure that if I put my hair up, you know, you can't see the tape-ins. Okay, so when it's all set and done, these are what my sections are looking like. And I did just take the middle part of my head and just split it into two. But this is what the back looks like. And as y'all can see, like I still have my little U part that we did, and then the top section and the bottom section. So these are what the tape-ins look like. You're going to need 2 tape-ins, like per pair, if that makes sense, because you're going to create a sandwich with your hair in between. So you need 1 tape-in in the front, 1 tape-in in the back, and your hair is going to go in the middle. So the tape-ins are very lightweight. I have them in right now, and I still cannot tell that I have tape-ins in my hair. They feel like my natural hair. It does not feel like clip-ins where you can feel like clips or like anything like that. So the install process was really hard. I had my boyfriend holding my mirror so I could see the back of my head, and I can explain better and show you guys better like doing the top of my head than the back. But I basically took the white tape off. I attached it to my head. You don't want to put these too close to your scalp, because if you go on ahead and flip them up, it's going to cause tension. And keep that in mind, we don't want our hair to rip out, but it's also going to cause the tape-in to not be able to flip up. It'll cause like a bulge in the tape-in. So not too close to your scalp, just a little bit underneath. And then I pulled some of my hair out and took another tape-in and sandwiched my hair together. So it's going to be 2 tape-ins per like little section. And I believe I did like 3 sections in the back. I was super nervous. I was super nervous, but with the help of my boyfriend, I was able to do the back of my head, and I just kept making sure that I do not do it too close to my scalp. That's very important, because if you go to put them up, it's not going to look right, and it's going to pull your hair. It's going to be very uncomfortable. So another thing that I learned while I was doing these tape-ins myself is that you're going to want to put the tape-ins not too close together, okay? You're going to want to leave a little bit of room, and you're also not going to want to put too much hair inside the sandwich, if that makes sense. You don't want to put too much hair, because then they'll slip out or they won't stick. Once you put that second like tape-in on top of the other one, keep in mind it's going to stick. So yeah, once you sandwich your hair in between, it's the wrap. You're not going to be able to take it out. So if you need to move anything, you might as well do it before you put the other one on, the second one on. But as you guys can see on the side, I put that first one. I took a little bit of hair out because I felt like it was too much hair right there to sandwich it in between. So I'm taking a little bit out with my rat tail. And then I'm taking another tape in, and I'm going to put it right above that other one. You guys can see, like, basically sandwiching my hair in between them, and it makes it super easy to flip up and down. It's very mobile, and there's really lightweight. I really cannot feel these tape-ins at all. So once I started getting to the sides of my hair, I was able to do them a little bit better. As you guys can see, I'm not going all the way down to directly like where my scalp is. And sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie, I did fuck up a little bit. Where you guys can see right now, I did make it a little too tight to my scalp, and I had to like pull it down. Because if you guys can see, when I put it down the first time, it was a little like too bulgy. It wasn't flat laying down. So keep that in mind. The way that I'm parting the hair as I get closer to like my front is in diagonal. You want to put everything in diagonal, because if you were to go to put it all up in a ponytail, you're not going to see the tape ends. So, I mean, even though it looks like I'm doing straight parts, I promise you I'm doing like diagonal parting, so that you can hide the tape ends. Okay, so there's two ways to put your tape ends in. The first way is to apply the first one directly like on your hair and then flip it up and sandwich the other one underneath. There's also another way that you can do it where you apply the one underneath first, put your hair over that one, and then put another tape in to sandwich that. So I did both ways. I did both methods when I was doing this. I feel like it was just whatever is easier for you. But definitely when I got to the front, it was a lot easier to see what I was doing and actually do it. So yeah, keep that in mind. It's super easy to take the white tape off. It's just like a little strip. You take that off and apply it, and make sure that you apply the tape ends together, like make the sandwich exactly together, because if not, you're gonna have like glue coming out the sides. Like if they're not directly on top of each other and they're like slit like to the side a little bit, if that makes sense, you're gonna have some of your hair sticking, and that's what could pull your hair and things like that. But so far I've had these tape ends in for probably about a week and a half, and I've washed my hair with them. I've reapplied some, which I am going to have a video of how I take them out and reapply them. But so far, none of my hair has fallen out. None of my hair has been getting caught, snatched, none of that. And this is my first time doing it myself at that. So it's definitely possible to do it yourself. But if you don't know what you're doing, I highly suggest you go to a professional. So as I was going on and installing these tape ends, I did keep like checking to make sure that if I put my hair up, none of the tape ends are showing, which is very important if you're going to be very versatile with your hair. But once I got all the way to the top, as you guys can see, like that's the U part that's going to be our leave out. What's behind is where I apply the tape in, of course. And like I said, I couldn't really see the back of my head, so it was kind of hard to do this. If you were to do this at home by yourself, either you're gonna have to have a good mirror behind you or get a second hand, like have somebody come and help you or something. Shout out to my boyfriend because he helped me a lot. But yeah, super versatile when it comes to tape ends, and they're really in high demand right now. So shout out to AmazingBeautyHair. Their tape ends are 100% human hair. I'm able to curl them, dye them, like I did the whole 9 yards, and they still are holding up. And like I said, I've had these tape ends for like a week and a half now. It's, yeah, going on 2 weeks. And they're still good. Like I washed them and did all that. Like I've done everything with them. I use them exactly how I use my real hair, or exactly how I treat my real hair, and I've had no problems. Okay, so I wouldn't be who I am if I don't come to y'all and give y'all the fucking truth. So yeah, let's see, this is where I started fucking up. I had more tape ends left over, and I just felt like maybe I wanted to make it a little bit thicker. So I was just going in and diagonally like parting, as you guys can see, like on a slant. And I was still checking with the rat tail. I put the rat tail comb up and lifting my hair up to make sure you don't see the tape ends. But I might have fucked it up a little bit because this was a little unnecessary. I didn't have to go in and apply the tape ends, especially that close to my hairline, being as though you might be able to see them, especially because I have really thin hair. So me knowing that I have thin hair, I should have never did this, okay? If you have thicker hair, it's easier to hide tape ends because they just blend with your hair. So yeah, as you guys can see, I put this one a little bit too close to my scalp, so I had to like move it down with my nail a little bit and like kind of like groove it all the way down so it could flip up comfortably and it's not like pulling on my hair. So here I'm just basically filling in the perimeter of my hair where I felt like my hair and the tape ends kind of needed a little bit more blending, especially because I left so much hair out on the sides and the back because I wanted to like blend everything up. It eventually worked out for me, but I just want to let you guys know, for trial and error purposes, like keep in mind you don't want to put these too close to your hairline. You're going to be able to see them, especially if you don't have the thickness to cover it up. But this is what it looks like when I blended everything down, and I'm just double checking and making sure that everything is nice and seamless. I do go on ahead and apply 2 tape ends on the sides, a little bit further back to my hairline, but it's still on the side. And like I said, you want to do diagonal parts, and I kind of just didn't listen to myself. I was just doing whatever the fuck I wanted, and I went on ahead and applied them directly like on my part. So yeah, it's not diagonal. So some of them are kind of hard to put up in a ponytail because if you think about it, if I was to brush a ponytail straight back, that tape end is like right there. So it's not like I can brush the tape end back straight, or you get what I'm saying? Like I hope it makes sense for you guys. But yeah, that's why I say you want to do diagonal parts, because if you do straight parts like this, it's going to be harder to put up. I haven't put these tape ends up yet. Well, I have, but it was just like at home. I haven't really gone out and like actually put the hair up myself. But if you're going to have like to be wearing this in a ponytail and rocking like half up and half down styles and buns and stuff like that, keep that in mind, that if you're trying to put it back, it's not going to really go back if it's in a straight part. So here I'm just basically testing it out and making sure that I can put it up in a ponytail. What I would suggest if you have thin hair like me and you can see some of the tape ends is to tease a little bit of your hairline before you go on ahead and put it up. That way you can't see none of the tape ends, but it is possible to wear these tape ends up and in whatever style you want, which is super versatile. And that's what I loved about it. It's just something that you don't really have to do your hair. Like, you do have to do your hair, obviously, because you got to treat these like this your real hair. But you don't have to necessarily like go in and take these out every night and put them back in. Like, these are extensions that you can wear for long-term use, if that makes sense. So here I'm showing you guys that I can do a side part on either side. Both sides I'm able to do a side part. Still haven't worn in a side part. I've just been rocking my middle part. And I feel like this is because this is just what I do with my natural hair. Even when I straighten my hair and I don't have extensions in, don't wear a wig or nothing, and I go on ahead and straighten my hair, I'm bound to just wear it in the middle part, not do my edges. And I'm treating these tape ends exactly how I would with my natural hair. I'm leaving it exactly like that. You can do a half up, half down style, which is why I parted my hair into 2 sections in the middle when we first did it. But yeah, honestly, I love the way this install completely came out. I do see some things that I could have went on ahead and fixed, which I'm telling you guys now about like what I could have did better, and you know, not putting it so close to my hairline because my hair is thin. And yeah, if you have a thicker hairline, honestly, I feel like you'd be fine. So this is what it looks like when I completely straighten the tape-ins and my hair together. They blend perfectly, okay? It looks so good. Like, y'all can't tell me this don't look like my real hair, okay? Like, what? It's giving silk press, just straight silk press. And my hair is not thick at all. The tape-ins add like volume and they add thickness to my hair, which is what I love. So I'm like, I'm not gonna wear them straight. Let's add some curls, okay? Boom. Look at that. OMG. Like, adding the curls to it. I can wear it on both sides. It gives it volume. It gives it body. I can even wear this up in a ponytail, in a bun. Like, tape-ins are super versatile, and like I said, they are able to be done at home because I did them, okay, period. You could do it at home, you could do it yourself, but just keep in mind that you are going to want to be very careful. Take your time, be patient, because like I said, you don't want to damage your hair doing this. And the maintenance is pretty easy. It's just treating it like your real hair. Like I said, these are human hair tape-ins, so everything is exactly how I would do it for my hair. But y'all, it held a curl really good, even just like my hair. Like, I'm so impressed with this. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something in this video. I hope that you share with somebody who was trying to try tape-ins, especially at home. But keep in mind, you want to do it, if you're going to do it professionally or do it yourself, but just keep in mind that I'm not responsible for anything that happens, okay? But yeah, you guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video. Check the description for tape-in information, and I will see you guys in the next one.